Number 7 is the rural domain of Tepest. This domain is cursed by plentiful harvests and children singing. The land of Tepest is covered with idyllic forests and lovely mountainsides. And of course, my description of Tepest didn't fool any of you. It does fool the citizens. The domain has a lore of 10 out of 10. The people of Tepest worship a deity called the Mother, who we'll go more into later. The people in Tepest are fearful of the danger that lurks beyond the woods. They worship the Mother in hopes of plentiful harvests and to survive the night. Children are rare in Tepest, and only the Mother or cunning fae can grant them upon the citizens. Settlements are 6 out of 10. The settlements of Tepest are like a better version of Falcovia, with only one real village, a small hamlet by the name of Viktal. It's a happy-go-lucky place, with everyone smiling, not because they don't have a choice, but because life has never been better. Elders in the village of Viktal tell stories about how, in their day, the people in their town could barely make it to the next harvest. Children were going missing and people were starving, till the Mother came. There's also the people of Mount Arak. Arak? I don't know. The Fae of Tepest live in the catacombs that span the whole domain under the mountain. Adventures is 8 out of 10, as most of the plot hooks involve creepy monsters, rumors, and ancient curses. And of course, there is Tithe. Tithe? We'll go Tithe. The Tithe is a great festival held at the start of each season. This encounter is great, including a table of fun games for the party to play, as well as interesting phenomenon as people prepare for said festival, giving the DM a great idea of how to describe this odd and macabre occasion. The encounter has plenty of things for the party to do, from eating live moths to throwing darts. Whoever wins the most games grants the Mother's favor and is sacrificed to the Dark Lord's newest daughter. The adventure, in fact, which I think is really cool, gives varying descriptions and challenge ratings for what the Mother's daughter could look like, and which monster to use. Horror in this domain is 7 out of 10. This domain is the only one the players will ever truly see happy people, which is kind of creepy in the domains of dread. The players also must contend with the Fae. The domain focuses on folk tales told of creatures that lure people into the wilderness. They tell tales of witches' huts and mythic monsters hidden by the mud or the lush. Another part of the domain is the children. Most of them have horns, which is not normal, by the way. And that is because they are hexbloods, children made by hags, introduced in this book. Anyway, due to the dark powers, childbirth is incredibly rare, and those who want children must either make a deal with the Mother or bargain with Fae. Speaking of the Mother, 8 out of 10 for the Dark Lord. The Mother, or her proper name, Lorinda. Lorinda, along with her 2 sisters, were gifted by the Fae to a lonely woman. The 3 girls were bullied by their father and brothers. The bullying got worse when one day their mother died. Hoping to escape, they began capturing traveling merchants, selling their stuff, and disposing of their bodies by feeding them to the family. And after fighting over a wealthy traveler, the family discovered what the girls were doing. And when they did, the mist rolled in and dropped all of the girls off in Tepest and turned them into hags. The Coven of Hags began giving hardships and miracles to the citizens, but one day, one of the sisters, named Lorinda, wanted a child of her own. Lorinda's 2 sisters refused, so Lorinda created a hulking creature that trapped her sisters inside a magical cauldron. Now Lorinda creates children out of animal parts and wicker. These children never last longer than maybe a month, so she is always creating more. Whenever interacting with the citizens of Viktal, she goes under the guise of the goddess known as the Mother. This Dark Lord is quite interesting, as they play God with the citizens and their own children. Her children, in fact, do roam the domain, and are who the citizens sacrifice to during their yearly festival. Lorinda is best never discovered, and is better as a mysterious mother. The mother being this completely omniscient being that knows all of the player's desires.